The ceiling fans? They're very attractive.
Meanwhile, you can read the card.
Quote, women are not without electrical, not allowed.
What did he just say?
They're not without electoral.
What did he just say?
Or political power. No kidding.
What did he just say?
Satellite tracking continues.
Information's out there. All you have to do is let it in.
The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
You're all individuals! Yes, we're all individuals!
Clickety-click.
Crank up the music. Keep an eye on the back.
This presentation is provided to you to amuse or entertain and not to conform or inform. The content on this channel should not be used to replace professional, financial, medical, or legal advice. All footage taken and used from public sources falls under the Fair Use of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act of 1998. Therefore, no breach of privacy or copyright has been committed. This show is substantially sourced, not affiliated with any community, club, fraternity, or gang. Your cat may vary.
I say, move.
To take better care of my turtle. So I went to the local bookstore and I asked the owner, do you have books on turtles? And he said, hardbacks? And I said, absolutely, with small tiny heads.
tracking continues.
Wow. Wow. Hey, everybody. Whoop, whoop. It's Friday night, although some of you might think it's already Saturday because the show started a little late. I have no one to blame but myself. I actually hit all the buttons. I had Rockfin going and Rumble going and YouTube going, and nothing seemed to be going. And then I realized I forgot one button, and that was the go live button. So that's why it wasn't appearing on any of the streams. So my apologies. And let's see. Let's turn the camera.
Clickety click.
Hey, everybody. Good to be seen by you. Happy that you all made it again. We're on the right side of the grass. Pat yourself on the back. You did it again. Whoop, whoop. And where should we go from here? We got a lot to talk about. I know I was late, so don't worry. I'll give you plenty of show. And we're going to talk about all kinds of things. There's, well, first, let me start off by introducing my favorite co-host, I should say. So I have two of them with me tonight. Of course, I have the lovely Jen.
Jen, to you!
Hi, Jen.
Hi, guys.
I know, it's already a shit show, isn't it? I haven't even started.
I didn't know what was going on.
I know. I was watching it. You know, people say that my intro's long. It was really long because I saw it almost twice. So before I go any further of all my mess ups, we got to say hello to our friend Shepu all the way from France.
From France.
Where's the shampoo?
There he is.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Richard. Hey. Yeah, so that was quite a stupidness is what I guess the word is. I don't know what to say. But yeah, nothing was working. Jeannie was down there and I was yelling like, nothing's working. Rockfin's not starting. Rumble's not starting. And I realized nothing was. So and here we are.
And so here we are.
So anyway.
Let's play it by ear.
Exactly. You think I know what I'm doing at this point, but I'll tell you something. Right? But yeah, and I've already got some great feedback on this latest thumbnail. It's kind of funny, and obviously the hard work with Shepu. He did the whole melted building thing, and I used that as the backdrop. But
yeah, it's really good.
Kind of fun. Well, you know, I was looking for. I was thinking we live in a Bizarro world, and so I typed that in, and of course, comics come up, and here we are. I won't play it again. You know,
True.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It was Bizarro World last night with those pictures from the World
Oh,
Fair.
yeah. And for those of you, if you haven't watched it yet, it's on Jen's channel. We were on your channel, right, Jen? Or Shepu's? Mm-hmm. Last night we were there. I posted it in my community feed if you're looking for it. And they covered the was it St. Louis Fair? You said
1904. Yes.
That was fun. There's some crazy pictures in there.
Yeah.
And the way that well, I say the way the Holy Spirit works is that Stephen had sent me a video last week or so, not even known that you were all going to talk about what you did the other night. And this person, his name is Frank Files, and he talked about how he came across the images of the is there sound? Here it is.
Blew my mind.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Because it looked like ancient Rome in the middle of downtown Chicago. And as I looked at it further, well, here's another one in Philadelphia. Here's another one in St. Louis, in Buffalo, in San Francisco. And then as soon as they were done, they tore them all down and threw them in the garbage.
I mean, these are nuts.
That just told me there's something wrong with all of these. The story of the expositions is a gigantic lie. And I think it's so huge of a lie because I think they're right at a bridge point when so many things about the 1800s that seem strange and weird, right as this sort of period ends of unbelievable strangeness, and all of a sudden these fairs spring up all over the world with impossible buildings we're talking about, which are colossal structures. Chicago built 700 acres up there in supposedly less than 2 years.
Let that sink in.
Now this is all daytime work because there's no lights at night. Obviously, they'd have to figure that all out, right? If you're going to work at night, and then you have weather to factor in, winter time, this kind of stuff.
Chicago has snowstorms, blizzards. They're just going to work right on through. No worries.
2 years. It took 2 years to put up that damn scaffolding. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. 700 acres.
St. Louis built 1,200 acres.
And that's the one we covered, right?
Yep.
St. Louis, 19.
Yeah, and they built it, everywhere, like in matter of years, and some at different countries at the same time, and where there's all these people and the workforce came, it's
yeah, right. To build 1,200 acres of buildings.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you need skilled labor, not just the average Joe off the muddy street. Okay.
Yeah.
Buildings. One of the buildings in Chicago, the manufacturers building, would house 300,000 people.
That sounds temporary, doesn't it? 300,000 people.
We barely have buildings today that can hold that many people.
Right?
Giant statue in the middle of the lagoon. It was called the Golden Lady, and it was known as the Statue of the Republic. It was 65 feet tall. They say it was covered in gold leaf that had copper underneath, but others speculate it was actually made out of solid gold. So you're talking 65-foot high, potentially solid gold statue. We're talking giant structures.
So
and
anyway,
they never show how that thing was put in either. They don't show any crane putting it over into the lake or before the lake even got, filled in or whatever. They don't show any of that.
It's unimportant.
Exactly.
So, if you want to watch that, I'll throw it in the chats here, and you can link up to it and check it out for yourself, because it goes on. It goes on a bit longer, but it's just, and it's the same stuff that we've been talking about. It's just nice to see other people like ringing these bells now and say what's going on, because none of this makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's Shepu's, make it make sense. So I want to make sure, is Rumble running? I don't know.
Rethink was asking if we saw the San Francisco melted brick avalanche. Yes, Kairos covered it like many times.
That was he did an in-depth video on that.
Yeah, the best one is when he started at the top and he goes down. It's all bricks all over it.
It's not even hidden well. They didn't try very hard to cover it. It looks to me.
It always comes back to bricks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
Okay, so let's see. We of course have some scary space news to get to. We're going to talk about some politics, which is always fun. And of course, I'm going to discuss all the craziness with the Freemasons over in the ice wall. So we'll deal with that. But and I'm sure the numbers will go up when that happens. And then in addition to that, I have a new sus animal. I don't know if JT's here, if he watches it later. I found a new sus animal, or it found me. And so we'll cover that real quick. And then if I can tonight, I'm going to say it out loud because I've put powers of protection over us. I'm going to try to run that video that we couldn't get to last time. It was 2 Fridays ago, and they shut me down. And but I'm going to power through it, and we'll get through it because I got some interesting ideas, and I want to hear your perspectives if we get there. And if we get taken down, Jen and Shepu will run it. So we'll figure it.
We got this.
Here's my guy. Oh shoot, he's somewhere here. Here he is.
That's very true.
So all right. So having said that, let's see. Where should we start? Hope everyone's ready. Everyone! I love that one. Okay. So before I forget, I did want to mention, I saw and I posted them when they were coming in during the intro. I want to thank Daryl for the super chat. Thank you very much. And Melanie for the donations of the memberships. Thank you. Much appreciated. And then for the people that do want to get themselves cleaner without chemicals, and it's another way to support my wife's soap store, which is right here, and I'm sure they'll be in the chat soon if Melody's in there running around. And you can order some soap, and it's great stuff. You'll love it, and that's all I have to say about it. So there's my ad. Wonderful soap. Try it out. makes great presents too. Okay, where should we start? I have to start here because of the things that I talk about, the things that trigger, well, not trigger, but people get emotional, I'd say, the most about. No one seems to care about the pandas. Everyone's on board with the whole panda thing. In fact, here, let me show you real quick. It's really funny. People do send me things in the mail, and everything's turning black and white. I've got panda socks.
Oh boy.
I'm the panda guy, but now I'm the panda guy.
Let me guess, they're made in China.
China, yeah, I'm sure. And there's a bookmark.
Where else would pandas be made?
And then I got this Panda Love book.
Wow.
Oh, see the green screen. See, that's an issue.
Right?
That's an issue over in Antarctica, apparently. But yeah, so there you go. So thank you, everyone that's sending me those gifts. I do appreciate it. It doesn't all have to be pandas, but if that's, whatever, it's fine. So yeah. So now I'm going to cover a different animal. But first, the other thing, so people don't seem to have a problem with the panda. What they do have a problem with is the birds, specifically the pigeons. And I understand there's some real birds, there's some real pigeons, but there's also fake pigeons. And going along with proving that, here we have another story. This is Jen, China. and China, they're camouflaged in the water. We're all worried about drones. They're flying drone pigeons.
Oh boy. Busted.
Look at that. Now, you can maybe distinguish it this way, but if it's way up in the sky.
Oh, that's legit.
And again, these are the ones they're showing us. So we know they have even better than
And this scuba dude here's all camoed out for the water and stuff. What's that all about?
Yeah, right? What's he up to?
Yeah.
It says no bueno.
Yeah, no bueno.
I'm telling you, not all of them, but there are some that are sus. I'll show you another one that's sus that was sent to me. This is actually pretty funny.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I think that's an AI, but how am I supposed
It's so funny.
How about this one? This really happened. Now tell me if this pigeon's not sus. He's got a hat.
He's got the hat on. It's the headgear on top.
Come on. Are you kidding me?
Damn it.
They don't come that way in nature, just saying. So anyways, Merry Christmas, Mr. Pigeon. So they're still on my list. They are sus. But the new sus thing, not just the panda for me, this came across my desk. What do I have here? Let's see. I got to clear that, get some of these tabs out of here. Let's see. Where is he? Here's the new, I can't find it. I'll just use JT's intro. I think pandas are sus.
Is my parents' dog moonlighting as panda?
I love that one.
They're great. Good. All right, so here we go. Here's my new. I don't know what you call it, frustration. Whatever. The duck-billed platypus. Okay. Now, here's where it gets sussy. So first of all, it's from Australia. Good eye, mate. Yeah. And we know that weird stuff comes out of Australia.
It's sussy and it's Aussie.
Sussy and Aussie, exactly. Right? Yes.
It's sussy.
So first of all, I'm like, holy crap, the thing ultraviolet light, it changes into this weird coloration. Okay. But you start delving deeper into this, whatever this thing is. And first of all, it's a mammal, but it lays eggs. So that's already a problem. Of course, it has the duck bill and a beaver tail. But did you know that the feet, specifically the back feet, have venom in it? So it's venomous.
What?
Yeah.
Weirdest.
And I mean, I'm not done with this list. it just like the panda, it only mates like once a year. It's only found in one place in Australia along this coast here.
What's it eat?
This area. Wait, where do we get to that? So, do you know how it eats? It sticks this bill into like muddy water and stuff, and it looks for like little worms or bugs or things like that. That's what it eats. It's a carnivore.
Mm-hmm.
It has no stomach, and
isn't that a problem?
I would think so. I would think so. In addition to that, it doesn't find its prey by seeing it. It actually closes its eyes when it goes down underwater, or smelling its prey. It uses an electrical discharge.
What? To
then read the I wish I was making this up, but I think they are. It has 26 chromosomes, and
I'm so confused.
Oh, I'm not even done. I'm not even done. Okay. So first discovered when? In 1799. Everything's always in the 1800s, right? But wait, there's more. The first scientist to examine the preserved platypus judged it to be a fake. Several animals sewn together. All right. I could end it right there, but there's more. There's more. And so apparently, like the Aboriginals supposedly used to hunt it. It's an iconic symbol of Australia, and it was on the back of their 20-cent coin apparently, and it's the emblem of the state of New South Wales. Okay, it's been legally protected since 1912.
Okay.
So again, nobody sees these things probably ever in the wild. They say the captive breeding programs have very little success, just like the pandas. Okay. But then, in addition to that, where is it? Let's see. Oh, maybe it's on this one. Yeah. They call the baby platypuses platypups, puggles, but they've never seen one. Because the mother sits over the hatching egg for how long? There's no scientific reference in research journals, biology books of the defined life stage of the platypus when it's a puggle, because the first few months are shrouded in mystery. She lays the egg. They believe, they don't even know. They believe to lay an egg on its abdomen and curl around to incubate it for about 10 days. While no one has recorded seeing a platypus hatch, it's thought that they have this gooey. So anytime you see things like this, whatever, it's another animal or it's fake or whatever. They've never seen it. That's sus to me.
I thought these ones were like kangaroos. They had like their babies inside of a pocket or something. But,
yeah. So
eggs.
The platypus only emerges once it's 3 to 4 months old. So no one's ever seen a baby. So they're just guessing.
Just like pigeons.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. See, this is probably just AI garbage. I don't even know.
Right. We don't know.
They don't know. So a lot of sussiness going on with this thing. The fact that it has no stomach, and it uses an electrical current to find its food. I mean, everything about it just is so bizarre.
What's it got, a taser on the front of its nose or something?
Yeah, and it's venom in the back of its feet. Yeah, here, see, this is how it supposedly finds its food. See? It has in its bill. It sends out radar like a...
I don't even know what to say right now. I'm like...
it's kind of...
sonar.
Yeah, with his beak, like the shoe bill, You remember, the shoe bill?
Yeah. Those things are terrifying too.
Yeah.
Kairos just showed up and he's tardy.
Oh my God, he's tardy. Well, let's see if I can find that real quick over here. It's one of these. Oh, I have a new cow whisperer too. We can watch that. Here, Groot.
I don't feel tardy.
Is there an echo?
No, I didn't hear one.
They fixed that, I guess, like you said. Yeah. So then, like I said, it glows in ultraviolet light. And
I did not know any of this. I never looked into platypus, but now they're platysus.
I like it. Platysus. Yeah.
Wow. Learn something new every day, I guess.
Yeah, right? So, I'm probably getting platypus socks next.
Right.
Oh, shoot. But hey, it's just so weird. Oh, what is it about the eyes? The eyes are small and not used underwater. Yeah. The vision was important for its ancestors. So see, they go with this is an evolutionary thing. That whole nonsense. Yeah. Meanwhile, the original ones were all sewn together and fake. So
well, that's a problem.
Yeah. So all right. And the fact that it's supposedly a mammal, but it lays eggs, it has more in common with reptiles than it does, like everything else, it seems, than mammals. Laying eggs, and
somebody had some spare DNA and patched it all together and came up with this thing.
Well, they say in one of these articles they called it a chimera, which
it looked like you said, but at the beginning, like a beaver tail, duck face.
Here's the ancient one. Look at that.
Wow.
Like they know.
I know. It's so ridiculous.
They know a guy from 100 million years ago, and he sent them this fucking picture.
They barely know the one today, but they know all about the 1 million years ago.
Right? They've never seen the babies current, but they know what this looked like 100 million years ago.
Yeah, that's why history is so funny. Yeah,
and this is all fake. That's all plaster of Paris, and probably a bunch of animals connected together.
For sure.
I mean, to this day, they still in the schools, I believe, teach Lucy as the missing link. And they've disproved it. They've said that it was like whatever monkey bones and other things put together. It's all garbage. It's but in the kids' book, it's a fun fact, right, Jen?
It's a fun fact all day long, every day of the week.
Fun fact. So, anyways, there you go. Nam Sing Woo. But yeah, there he goes. He's on the stamp. He's on a coin. I mean, I don't know. Sus, very sus. And the name, exactly. And the fact that it's from Australia, because weird stuff comes out of Australia. And I'm saying that with all love, so just kidding.
It's a leftover.
Yeah. The same factor that's producing pandas is producing duck-billed platypuses, in my mind. So, all right, enough with these, whatever these creatures are. Oh, we're not quite done with Australia. Good eye. So my wife sent me this. I don't know where she came across it. Sometimes she finds these things on her own. But if you go to this location, which, you can kind of see where it is. If you go to the word Australia, it's like a little south from there, I guess. And it's above, what did that say? It's around Birdsville. And you could, if you typed in the numbers, you could probably, they're right there too.
What did you say? It's near Burnsville?
Birdsville.
Okay.
Yeah, back to the birds being sus. Oh, look at this. This one's called Panda? What's that called? Pandy?
Pandy. Oh, yeah.
So we have pandas here and we have birds here. Are they following along with the show?
I guess. They're following the melt.
Did you see that? It's got pandas and birds in it. There's probably a duck-billed platypus here too. Anyways, if you can keep on going farther in, this is where it really gets, get out of here. It really gets nuts. You want to get nuts, as he says in Batman? You go down to the big red sand dune. What is that?
What's that? Wow.
Somebody want to explain that?
No. Yeah.
And it looks like it has, I mean, if you zoom out, almost like characters, like hieroglyphic. How do you say that?
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's.
So what is this? Anyone? Bueller?
It's massive, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're only seeing part of it. I mean, if you follow this around, it has to go all the way this way.
Yeah,
that's like
bizarre that half of it is like buried or destroyed, but it's just faint. It's not. It's like lines, like you see, like.
It's like there's something in there, like.
Right.
Yeah.
Something that's been covered up by the big sand dunes.
That's gonna be like 10 miles wide or something.
What's close? Big red sand dunes.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Can we go down there? I'll put the little guy on. Ooh, the button showed up. Let's look. Here we go.
Going down. Wow.
Oh,
There's people here. Oh, maybe that's what we're saying.
it is something. Okay.
Burning Man.
Yeah, it looks like the Burning Man.
It sure
it's like-
does. Are those RVs? What is that? That's the Australia right there.
yeah,
They're having a
So you
concert.
think that's what it is? It could,
I don't know. I mean,
Edie says no. Let me go back out of the little guy.
okay, let's go back out.
No, because look, yeah, Jeannie's right. There's no way. Look how far out this goes.
Yeah.
There's
And
no
you
way
don't
there's
see
that many
anything
RVs.
at all. Like when you're zooming in like that, there's no indication that this is what we're looking
No,
at.
this looks like more like some kind of residential stuff. And when you look at the picture, it's only cars.
Here, there's one out here too. Let's click on this one. See what we got.
So maybe they use the place for that event, but
Just what is this? Just somebody planted a tree and it died. It's a desert.
I don't know.
It's in a circle, Jeannie. There's like they planted a tree.
They do that weird stuff in Australia.
that's weird.
Yeah, do they? All the Australians in my audience are like, "Why did you keep bagging on us today?"
I mean, this looks like it would be it. This part.
Yeah, because here's
Not the other
the
part.
sand dune, but we're still not seeing the lines and stuff that you see in this.
No.
Let's see. I think we went to we did this one. Let's try this guy. See what he looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
So whatever we're seeing, we think that looks like letters and hieroglyphs is this green stuff, I guess.
Oh, this stuff, huh?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Huh. Anyways, so someone
weird.
else can jump on this and try to figure it out. It looks like kind of a, they always tell us a buried spaceship kind of story. It looks like that, But anyways.
Definitely
so
sus.
Right?
Jack.
Right?
Interesting
More
sign, Jeannie.
Turn that around. It's upside down. Oh, because it's Australia. I like it. That was from Red Storm, who sometimes is an Australian, sometimes not. So there we go. So if you're looking for it, it's over here by Birdsville and what was the other one? Panda Sus.
Pandy.
Panda.
But I searched it and the only thing that comes out is pandas.
Oh my.
There we go. Is that better for my Australian? Whoops. For
That
my
was
Australian.
weird how it just looked like a bunch of broke up islands there for a second. Did you see that?
I
That was
did.
weird.
So, and let's not forget, nothing happens on this side of the bowl. It's just water. Isn't it convenient that all the water, everything's on the other side of the bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Ain't
think
nothing
that would
going on
cause
here.
some weird elliptical, imbalance in the rotation of stuff because you have all the water on one side and,
Yeah. We should be wobbling, right?
maybe that's why they say we're oblate or like pear-shaped, maybe. I don't know.
Right. That could be.
That's the best way to hide everything is just put water there so nobody.
Like, that's
Yeah.
right.
Nobody's looking on this side of the
You
ball.
can hide 5 continents in this whole ocean,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, there's weird stuff if you look going deep sometimes. You wonder what's going on in here.
Yeah, we looked at all this. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we don't even know how it's shaped. We don't know where China is. We don't even know if Australia is where they say it's.
And the fact that there's like a giant snake head on this thing, I mean, it tells you who made this. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere over here, I think.
Yeah, you got to keep going that way. Yeah, keep going. Yep,
Yeah,
there
right
it is.
Yeah. Right next to the Freemason Island. Yeah. So there you go. So. Nothing to see there, just a giant snake head.
Wonderful.
or Leviathan. Maybe it's Leviathan. Who knows?
Yeah.
It definitely looks like a serpent head to me. And it also reminds me of the thing in the Vatican, their hall, their audience hall.
Yeah.
It's a snake head. It looks just like that because the top of it, when you look at their building from the outside on the top of it, it looks just like the top of that snake head.
It does. Yeah.
That's the top, the snake, like the snake and the egg, remember on the...
Right. And also they always show us the Ouroboros where the snake's eating the tail.
Yeah.
Around the earth and stuff or whatever. I don't know.
As long as you brought up the Pope and the Vatican, I'll throw this in here. Pope Francis is going to open 5 sacred portals starting Eve for a ritual that's never been done before.
What could go wrong? And here we are. The end of days.
And here we are. Holy crap.
Bring it, bitches.
Yeah. So the door at St. Peter's was sealed shut in 2016. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, they're going to start this, whatever this satanic ritual is, starting on Christmas. And I think it goes right up to the other national holiday now, January 6th, right? Yeah, here you go. Lastly, on Sunday, January 5th, so the day before, the worst day in history, Pope Francis will open the 5th and final seal. No, holy door. It sounds like seals, doesn't it? And what's the door here called? Porta Santa.
Oh, wonderful. Because we know Santa's an anagram for Satan. So that's Portal Satan. That's the doorway in.
They're opening that holy door on New Year's Day. Oops, New Year's Day. So.
Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, right? Who knows?
Receipts.
But yeah, it's pretty wild, And again, if the person that's teaching you about spirituality has a costume, and a pagan fish hat, like, come on, you're doing it wrong. Just aren't, And I swear, if I look closely, is that an as above, so below underneath the crucifix thing there? Let's see. Yeah, what's this going on here? What are we doing there?
Oh, okay.
You got one going up and probably one going down here. Nothing to see there. And this looks creepy as heck. Look at that thing.
Yeah, it ends.
Yeah.
That's terrible. No bueno.
Where's that thing that they do with the hands down like that on the cross, that's something like in the bent cross when they use that, because the Pope always has a staff that has a crucifix on it, and it's like a bent cross, like it's bowed, and that's all like blasphemous.
Yep. So, and then one more was, where'd it go? This. Look at this.
Oh,
the Catholic symbol is an inverted Christian. Look at it. Come on. Can you see it?
Yeah, that's the Catholic. Okay, yeah, now it's
It's like you could see this 1,000 times and nothing, and then one person puts this next to it, and you go, "Holy shit!"
Wow.
You know how they spray paint and tag things? He is tagged his stuff everywhere. Lucifer. They got it on NASA with the snake and the tongue coming out. You can see it in the Vatican. Obviously, it's everywhere, all along the symbolism and stuff.
Yeah, what is that Vatican Hall? What's it called where the Pope speaks?
The audience hall. Why aren't they mocking Allah or Shiva or anybody? All they do is mock Jesus.
Right? Hey, come on, people. It's a snake's head every day. And at the very front of this thing has this horrific apocalyptic thing that has a Jesus on it, supposedly, that has a snake's head on it, too. If you look at that, you can check that out. And then if you like Jensen, if you go outside, it's still a snake's head.
I mean, there you have it.
Come on.
And if you take that picture of inside the audience hall, the statue thing in the background of Jesus, if you take it and you mirror it and put it, side by side and match it up, it looks like Lucifer.
I wouldn't doubt it, because it definitely looks like a snake head. And let's not forget, these are the guys that guard him. I mean, come on.
And if you notice that statue, if you go back to it, they're coming up and out. Okay, it's not like Jesus is coming down from heaven with it looks like him and all his crap behind him, his demons and stuff are coming out with him. Yeah.
Totally. And his face, I think, is over here. But if you look at, doesn't that look like a snake head? Totally.
None of that looks good. None of it.
No.
Doesn't give you a warm, fuzzy feeling or anything. That's for sure.
It's no bueno. They're doing it wrong. They're doing it wrong. This is when people like, oh, I don't want to go into religion. I get it. I'm with you. Because God says, call no man father. These guys say, call me father. God says only he can absolve you of sins. These guys say, hey, these guys will absolve you of your sins. God says not to do repetitive prayer. These guys say 10 Hail Marys and you'll be absolved. It's all wrong. He wears a pagan hat. He has a smoking purse. He has all kinds of symbolisms of those staffs of snakes and things. It's all corrupt. And it's not just these guys. It's all major religions.
Yeah. But just this sculpture, it just says it all. Because they paid some people to do this. We can look at the size of it, and it shows you that it's not even beautiful. It's just ugly and decadent. It's
disturbing.
It's disturbing. It's the worst thing ever.
Nobody said, that looks a little weird. Nobody.
Yeah,
they're all
nobody.
Yeah, right. They're like, I'd be like, what the?
Yeah, what?
Looks good to me. So, anyways,
he's sitting there right there in that picture doing the same pose as them.
Yeah,
the statue.
Imagine that. So then, let's see. Yeah, so the Pope's going to open 5 sacred portals, or some say seals. And where was that coming from? The Talmud. So
why they mix the two?
I mean, if you guys would read your Bibles, and I'm just generalizing to anybody, if you
they
read
could have
it,
very well said sacred seals. Why did they use portals? I mean, come
on. Right. In the Bible, it says that there are people that are saying that they're Jews and they're not. They're the people of Satan, basically. They're Satan. It says it in the damn book. And so now here you got the Talmud, which is in the Bible. It's their own book, just like the Jehovah's Witnesses have their own book. And everybody has their own book. There's only one book that God left us anyways. So that's how they get you. They get you all mixed into this nonsense religion stuff. And So anyways, coming soon to the theater near you. So, okay. So where are we at?
Real live theater.
Yeah, live theater. All right, let me stop that. Let me kill some of these tabs. And of course they're all resetting, so I'm glad I checked on this. Okay, that one's good. Hang on a second. Talk amongst yourselves for a second.
You're in the dark tonight.
Yeah, my lights aren't working tonight, so I might have to get some new ones.
She's a woman of mystery. Well, I better just. They all reset. They do that. So let me just reset these, and then we'll go through some of them here. Okay. Clickety click. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. All right. Sorry, peeps. I'll be there in a second here.
Just happy you're still on screen with us.
Yeah, right. We're gonna get to that video. I'm gonna try, anyways. We're definitely gonna try. All right. Let's see. I think I've got them all. Oh wait, there's one there.
Yeah, the job of this Catholic Church is just to confuse people and so they just don't find the truth in themselves and in the world, and it just for me it's just crazy.
Well, that's the thing that people, and I don't even like the word, but people throw around the word gatekeeping. And at the end of the day, to me, there's only one truth, and the way out of here is not through what we just showed you. It's through Jesus. And everything else is their gatekeeping, all these different experiments they're doing and stuff that have no basis. Like, I don't care about this sun thing. I called that shot. I mean, it was easy to do. They talk about controlled opposition. I guess I'll get into it now. I hadn't planned on it, but talk about controlled opposition. You got the same people for years now. And if you were to look up, because I have it. If you were to look up, where is it? I think it's this one. If you were to look up the ways to dispel or flat Earth, then the same people that are the heroes or the legends, I guess I would say, are the same ones that are people use to say it's all nonsense. And where is it? Is it this one? Yeah. So here you go. Step on some toes, but I don't care. We grew up with this group, and then we realized that it's all corrupt. And I'm not saying the people watching it. I'm saying content creators, the top ones. If you were to look up ways to disprove flat Earth, you got Bob, and he buys a gyroscope, I think fan funded, and his calculations come out wrong. And so man tries to prove gyroscope flat Earth, finds out it's actually round. So they're here to make flat Earth look stupid. And flat Earth in itself is stupid because that's the words that people have been using to make fun of people from the beginning of time, right?
Right.
And I don't believe flat Earth. I don't know the actual shape. I believe biblical Earth. And I know we're not flying through space. And there's not extra lands. It's not talked about in the Bible. That's just for that watch app that he wants to collect all your information from. That's what happened. We woke up to some of this and we got thrown into this group. And so you got this guy who's disproving flat Earth, and he's like the number one guy. And the number two guy is this other guy, and he does a laser experiment. He doesn't do it off stage and test it first. He does it live, and he records it and goes, "Oh wow, I was wrong." The same guy that's out there right now, supposedly, allegedly in Antarctica, and finding out he was wrong again. Because I said, it doesn't matter to me, whatever they find. But if they think that they're not going to find a 24-hour sun and that'll prove flat Earth, I said, well, then they're going to find it because they're here as part of the whole misinformation thing. Because these are the legends that run this thing, but they're the ones that keep proving they're wrong. So it makes flat Earth people look stupid.
Right.
Just like they did this last one. And you can find dozens of videos where the shadows don't match up. They you can go through them. You'll find them all. The light sources, there's weird light sources that don't make any sense. One guy had a green screen going and part of his cover disappears. And there's just so many.
They're trying to prove something that nobody understands and doesn't know what actually is the sun or the moon or this place, and it's it's so funny.
Yeah.
So
here's they have their malfunction of the green screen. Oh, now they put the kibosh on me. They're watching. They're sending all their witchy spells.
Yep. Because for me, all of this it has nothing to do with life, actual life here. It's just a show.
Because we don't know, they don't know, we'll never know until we're out of this place. None of this means anything.
Yeah.
They're just there once again to make you argue over the shape of the Earth. Did they fake it? Like this guy, he's all over it, and it made me happy to see someone else calling them out as
deceivers among us. Well, I'm getting a lot of feedback. A lot of people.
Most people killed that one too. Oh, that was a commercial.
It's interesting though, CFM, and I don't know if you've experienced this or not, but those two gentlemen that you had on screen, I met them in person, and they knew who I was, and it was not a pleasant experience. It was more like I got the stink eye and walked past, and I was like, wow, okay, so they already knew that I was on another level, that talking about stuff that they didn't want talked about. And
right, specifically Jesus, God. They won't say God. They won't talk about Jesus. They say creator, which is just nonsense. They just the creator. Dave Weiss once said the creator could be a retarded kid. And don't get me started on that other guy, the light experiment guy. He straight up said horrible things about Jesus. I mean, They obviously hate us because we believe in this, because they're here to keep people from finding the ultimate truth. It's not about flat Earth.
I'm glad you did this. It's
not about 24-hour sun. Like, he even was friends with Dave, and he gets like really pissed off and he puts his messages up. But like, look, I mean, I have this photo. Where is it? Let me stop this for a second here. Where are you all? Let's see. Go here. Clickety click. Yeah. I mean, look at this, right? So when these guys do it, we're told that they're, doing Freemason signs and watch out, and they're dealing with Luciferian things and stuff, right? That's what we're told. But then when these guys do it, that's okay, right? And this guy's a shill, and this guy's a shill, but this guy's not. And this gal's a shill, but this guy's not. Right? This guy's a shill, but that guy's not. And this guy just straight up wears CIA things and Freemason hats. And they have their meetups at Freemason halls and Shriners halls and all that stuff. And they just say, oh, well, that was the best place we could go because blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and I went there, and I'm guilty of doing the flat thing, and I even have a picture of me and Mark Sargent together doing it. So even I was deceived, guys, and that was only a few years ago.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm sure there's at least one or two of me before I realized it's not saying flat Earth. That is how you show you're an entered apprentice in Freemasonry.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing, and you don't realize it because you're being deceived.
I don't even know who came up with it or how it started, but all of a sudden everybody was doing it, and, I was shocked.
Yeah. And then don't forget this, where they use it on all their stuff. That's the Kabbalah, which is a Jewish mystical doctrine about creativity and manifestation and all that, witchcraft, basically. You're not manifesting things in this realm. Everything's through Jesus. Everything's through God. You can manipulate things through that with the Holy Spirit, but you're not doing it. You can help with that process by expanding your own spirituality, not through religions, obviously, and not by fighting on the shape of the earth or if someone went to Antarctica. I could give two rats whatever. I could give a platypus's ass if they actually went to Antarctica, and if they saw the 24-hour sun. That's not going to throw out all the information I have that all the other things that prove that we're not flying through space. Like, now I'm supposed to believe NASA again? I mean, come on, people.
Yeah.
What are we doing? So they created this controversy. They got a ton of money from fans. They're really good at that.
Yeah, who support them and want to see them get this done, and send money for their adventure wherever the hell they're going. When I heard that they were down there, if they're really down there, I was like, whatever. Like, I don't even care.
Right.
They're stuck in flat Earth, and what it is they're doing a bait and switch. They bait everybody in. Everybody loves them, listens to their lives and stuff, and meets them at places and whatever, and then they flip the script on them somewhere down the road like they are now.
Yeah. Where is he? It would have been a perfect time to hit this button, but I can't find him. That's very true. But that's the whole thing, is this they created this controversy over what? Like, no one cares. At least I didn't. I still don't. It doesn't change the experiences that I've experienced. I don't care how smart you think you are. It's not going to change things for me. In fact, God even laughs at people that think they know everything and how the world works and stuff. And we don't. And we don't have to. That's the beautiful thing about it. And it's God. It's not just a creator. It's God. And he knows how it all works, so we don't have to read the book of Job. It's like, I can use this cell phone and I'll do all kinds of amazing things. I don't know how to make it. I don't know how it got put together or how it works. I just know I can use it. And it's the same thing here. You can spend your entire life staring at telescopes, at stars and suns and moons and whatever. And then you can create your little app or your little snow globe dome and pretend that's how it works. But you don't know any more than any of these other scientists that guess on things. But if you want to sell your stuff, then I understand why you have to try to prove your theory. But for me, it's once again a way to make flat Earth, or anyone that I should say that doesn't believe we're in a spitting ball flying through space, make them look stupid. Because the leaders, the heroes, the legends, they're the same ones that keep failing. So once again, they go there, they expect to see something, and they fail. So, yeah. Anyways.
And they don't ask other pertinent questions like, well, okay, the Earth's flat, geology is obviously out the door, volcanology is out the door and stuff. What is all that stuff? They're not concerned with, okay, so it's flat. The evolutionary narrative and deep time, millions of years, and how the Earth formed is all out the window. They just focus on, oh, it's flat Earth. Let's party and let's do an experiment. Let's get everybody to fund us so we can supposedly go somewhere and do this stuff or whatever. Or we need better equipment, and then people start, donating whatever. That it's like they don't take it anywhere. You get stuck in flat Earth.
Yeah,
and
I mean the same people that. When you and I started our journey, they're the same people that were running it then, and they're still doing it. And what are they talking about? The same thing.
Yeah. I even asked one of them, I'm like, well, what the hell's meteor crater? I don't know. Well, don't you think you should try to figure that one out? I mean, clearly it's not a meteor that did it if there's no space. So what is that thing? Let's start there.
If we're not a flying ball with molten lava in the center of the
right. So what are volcanoes? I mean, that's a legit question. Nobody cares.
No. Why are all these buildings?
I go looking for the answers, and I get ostracized and all this stuff, and whatever, a line's drawn in the sand. That's okay with me because I'm on the path of truth, and that's where I'm staying, and this is where it takes me. They stay.
Well, look at all the shows that have come and gone, and the three of us are still here kicking it.
Yeah,
because we're rooted in truth, and so we're not going. Because how do you explain all these melted buildings? Oh, it doesn't matter. Do you know we live on a flat Earth? No, I want to know about these melted buildings.
I mean, why aren't they going after geologists and saying like, oh, you're millions of years and all this other theories, these three theories you have are BS because we're on a flat plane and clearly, so they don't even go to the creator and maybe the cycle when it was created. What's the lifespan of this place or whatever? What is going on underneath of us and stuff? It's just flat Earth, and proving their stuff.
Yeah. And don't, look the other way if we're making the gang signs that they help teach us to look for, right? Like a lot of these people are like, hey, these are the Freemason signs and all that. And then they do them and we're like, oh, they're just kidding. Well, wait a minute. That's what the other politicians and people were doing and saying, It's like saying Trump went on the plane, but he only needed a ride. He didn't go to the island. You know what I mean? It's like you can put cognitive dissonance to anything, and it seems like people, they lose their minds. Well, that person helped wake me up. Well, great. But you need to realize that they're also trying to keep you forever.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
there.
They help wake me up to a lot of stuff too. And that's wonderful. And I'm very grateful for it. But I went, when you're spiritually in line with truth, it takes you beyond that. And they weren't willing to go. And I was just on my way and I just kept going and I never looked back. So, and like I said, somebody could pull up that picture of me and Mark Sargent if they found it and be like, oh, look, she's a Freemason. She's making that sign too. But here I am sitting here, and I have many times before admitted that I did not know what I was doing. I know now. And, shame on me for not knowing it. But it's not like I'm proud of that picture anymore or anything. So, I know that, even live on air, as documentation, that's something that I regret doing. And now that I know it was a mistake, it's not a mistake anymore because I've corrected it and I'm not around those people anymore.
That's very true.
It's still a mistake if it's left uncorrected.
Right. And that's the thing. And the ones that I was showing, they're doing it on purpose. Like they know that there are signs that we're supposed to look for, and they're going ahead and doing it anyways for grins and giggles, apparently. Right. But whatever, we stay in our lane because we have truth with us. And anybody that's still stuck with them, I just pray that you can wake up to this nonsense that's going on over there and barrel past through that. There's no reason to just stay in that one lane. There's so much more to look into. Like we were discussing, the World's Fairs don't make any sense, and volcanoes we've covered, and melted buildings, and it goes on and on and on. And a lot of those things point to things in the Bible, like Revelation and things like that. So there's a lot to unpack than to just, as Pink Floyd says, run around the same old ground, looking for the same old fears. Wish you were here. You know, that's all they're doing.
Yeah,
that's all they're doing.
Exactly.
So
Like you said, the spirituality, it cannot be shown. And you learn it by looking at all these people doing all this stuff that doesn't, and now you get to your spirituality, and now you know what's really going on afterwards. And these people, I think they're not even there yet, so they still trying to figure out stuff that really doesn't really matter to.
Yeah,
that's true.
All I know is that it's not what they're telling us. Okay, so that's good enough for me. I know we're not on a ball hurtling through space. I know it's a creation by, God the Father, the Most High, and other than that, for me, it's more about like everything around us that we've been told, the narratives on, like the growth of forests and stuff like that, and how old certain ruins are, and all this stuff, the fake history. That's where Flat Earth led me. It's just right into all that, and then right into the melt.
You keep on going. You don't just stop. And I do have to stop the show for a second because looks like the man, the myth, the legend showed up, but he's late.
I don't feel dirty.
And you'll have to watch. Well, you have to stay after class, of course, but you'll have to watch the beginning of the show, JT, because I have a new animal that's sus. I used your intro because I didn't have one for it, but it's the duck-billed platypus. And if you check out this show later, it'll be the first. I don't know, within the first half hour, I'd say. So there you go. All right. All right. Time to cleanse the palate. What do I have to cleanse on that? Let's see. We covered that. Get rid of that. I know. It's Christmas time. So let's see.
And not many people know this, but Christmas was actually banned in America for a very long time, right up until the 1800s.
Everything starts in the 1800s. Right?
Yeah, it was illegal to have Christmas.
And Trish, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, you should check it out. It's really interesting. There's so much sus with it. I can't even go over it again, but it's ridiculous amount of sussiness. So, okay.
Super sussy.
Super sussy. I'd almost say more than the panda, if that's possible. And I have 5 panda videos now, so I'm gonna have to work on duck-billed platypus videos. Okay, let's see. Here it is. It's this one. We'll start there. It's after that letter. It's this one. I don't know. This just cracked me up. Have kids, they said. It'd be fun, they said. Did you hear that?
No bueno.
You heard that, right? I just like how it zooms in on her face. She's just like, kill me now. So, all right. So that was that. And one of the things about the duck-billed platypus was how it's evolved. We showed the picture how it evolved, and yet this guy has a whole list of things that have never evolved. So what's going on, peeps? So only certain things evolve and other things don't. They're like perfect and they just keep to stay the way they are for forever. And don't even get me started on the evolution, de-evolution, evolution. You know that? That's where the fish creature crawls out of the ocean and becomes a mammal, right?
Right.
And then part of the lineage goes, I don't want to be a mammal on land, and goes back into water and becomes a dolphin or a whale, right?
Well, I must have been absent that day. I don't remember that.
Yeah. And they came out and they went, screw this, and went back. Or they were just born in there, maybe. I don't know. But What's
and
wrong?
then you got the in-betweeners with the one leg in the ocean, the one leg out, and they're like, I don't know.
Yeah, I never
The
believed
mermaids, they come on land, they have legs, and they go back to the water, they have fins.
Nah,
Do the hokey pokey, and you turn yourself
Right?
around.
No,
That's
I
what it's
never,
all about.
you never believe in any of this because if it's actually happened, you would see some transition somewhere, halfway there, because it looks like it happens like one day it's not, and the other it's all different. The evolution. There's no transition. There's nothing like that. So
You got a monkey, you got a
again,
human, nothing in between, right?
yeah.
And we're perfect now because
we were made off-world.
Right.
The aliens.
Yeah. A creator. Would say. All right. What's next? This was an interesting question. Maybe you can answer this. How many lows would a Rob Lowe rob if a Rob Lowe could rob Lowe's?
I like it. That's a good one.
Right? And tell me this guy
very
is some
shimmy
kind of
there, I gotta say. Just very
shimmy lizard creature. The guy hasn't changed in like 40 years. He looks the same,
Well, he's got chin implants. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And he's got a very flat forehead and no brow ridge. There's that. And he has a dent that comes in above the belly button.
Yeah,
like all these guys.
Just saying.
We've covered these with this guy put it together in a little look at. Come on.
Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah. Yikes. Wow.
Yeah, that was interesting on the kill the audio.
Oh my gosh, look at that one. Oh my god.
He even has the same dimple marks and everything. Yeah. Nothing to see there. Jen's like, I told you should have checked his feet. He checked his feet a long time ago.
Damn it, man.
It reminds me of that movie Highlander where the guy like keeps coming as a different character, and he wills money to himself. The first one, the good one, the rest of them are garbage. But yeah. Let's see. Of course, this guy's forever. He's a vampire. He plays vampires. That one's a good one.
That one's spot on. Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty good. There's Jake goes again. Check his feet.
Look how flat his forehead is. He doesn't have any brow ridge.
I love doing this.
He doesn't have he's got like a rounder face, kind of.
Yeah. All right. What else we got here? I don't know, but have you seen that? There's that ancient statue in Egypt that looks just like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This one's it's spot on. That's funny.
Definitely. That's good.
Okay, that's definitely Matthew McConaughey.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
that was interesting, especially since now we know Paul Revere's story is completely fake, right?
I mean, what are the chances that he just posed like that for that?
Yeah, and he also looks like Cagliostro. I don't know if you know the story of Cagliostro. It's a guy that probably lived like 1,000 years, and he looks exactly like Jack Black too.
And I see in the chat, some of them look similar, but that's what they do too. There's not just maybe the same people, but the same bloodlines. Like they keep it together, so they're gonna have a lot of people that look similar. That's just the way it is.
They interbreed with each other.
Yes, I think that's it. But that was good. Okay.
And the Sylvester Stallone one's really convincing. You saw that before. Yeah.
That one's a good one too. Let's see. Okay. So we got that. We got rid of that one. Okay. Let's go back over here. And we just a couple more clickety click. Go here. Here. You guys all having a good time? I hope so.
Yeah. I want to say, if anybody here saw the show last night that we did for the World's Fair, one of the buildings where the tree stumps were cut straight, by the way, not like on any angle or anything. And then there was that building that looked like it had like a mud slope on it coming up to it. We weren't sure if it was an illusion or not, like, the perspective of the building being maybe further away from the hill itself, but no. because I stopped the video and I cleared up the picture and stuff and zoomed in and everything. And that hill of mud is right up to that building, and it is definitely covering part of it.
Boom, baby.
Yeah, that's like a nail in the coffin right there. They're digging that shit out.
Yeah.
True. Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Using it to propagate their false narrative to whatever population was there at the time, if they're even real at all, in my opinion.
All right. Go back up here, clear some of these tabs. This one, the first female ref in the NFL throws flags for shit that happened 3 years ago. I thought that was pretty funny. And this one was perfect. This guy has a theory that tea is an evil subject. It's much more dangerous than beer, and avoid drinking it. He discovered last night he drank 14 beers up to 3 a.m. at the pub while his wife was home alone drinking tea. You should have seen how angry and violent she was when I got home. I was peaceful, silent, and headed to bed, and she shouted at me all night long and even to the next morning. So please, lady, if you can't handle your tea, don't drink it. Anyone? No one? Okay. Yeah, let's see. Let me scroll up here and what do we have here? Oh, I've got to go in there. Let me stop this really fast here. And I need to take care of some biznaz. Thank you so much, Johnny Cool, for memberships. You and Melanie and all you people are so wonderful to all of us. We really, it's a great crew here. It's a great chat. Thank you. Oh, I know. Do you want to see the Cow Whisperer? I got a new one.
Oh, yeah.
I have a choice.
Right?
No, let's move on. No, you're going to get it now. So let's see. Here we go. The Cow Whisperer, part 6. How do you say that in French? Swiss?
Cis. Oui.
Cis.
Oui, cis.
The Cow Whisperer.
Cis.
Cow Whisperer part 6. Well, maybe how do you say the whole thing in French? Your abilities.
le parleur à vache numéro 6.
Fantastic. Here it is.
Previously on The Cow Whisperer.
Hello. It's okay.
Satellite tracking continues.
That was good.
I know they're stupid. But
yeah, I like that one.
But it's once again, it's so funny. Like I do a few things, and then like people keep sending me cow videos. So someone sent me that, and I chopped it up and made it to how I wanted it. But yeah,
so, I like that.
Like all my research is going out the window. All the stuff I covered on, the melted buildings and Revelation and all. No, it's now going to be about pandas, duckbill platypuses, and
well, your subscription count's definitely going to go up.
Right? If I talk about animals, yeah, I need to come up with some conspiracies on cats.
I can make cat videos all day. I'd have millions of subscribers.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I can't get past out of the 500s right now.
Yeah, exactly.
We've talked about it. We've shown them that you just strap a GoPro to a cat and you get millions of views. It's
and if he's on a skateboard, you'll get even more.
Yeah. We put a lot of work in, and they do that. And guess what? Close your eyes, Jay. That's in case Patty's in here. So now she doesn't have to ask.
Yeah, she's happy now.
Oh yeah, I already played the cow bobbing. Okay, you can't get that on any other show. Only right here. Only right here. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Let's get rid of that. And once again, like how we say everything is always going on in the 1800s. So right around the time, as this says on this meme, of the Civil War, they're like, you know what? We need some sauce on this steak. So yeah.
And we're gonna run it out to all you guys on the field.
Yeah. Nothing else going on. Let's make sauce. Okay.
Yeah. With everything else, we have time to put some sauce, barbecue sauce. Yeah.
I don't like that stuff.
Everybody,
I mean, it literally makes your steak not taste like steak.
Yeah. They invented it because the steak they couldn't cook it well, I guess.
Yeah, if you have a bad steak,
it'll help. Being bad or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So once again, the hero. See, once the same people that are following the flat earthies to the circle of the earth forever and ever. A lot of them think that this guy was voted in by them to save us. And I showed you how he sells watches, shoes, Bibles, trading cards, NFTs. There's even more. He has his own crypto. It's just on and on and on. He's a salesperson. He sold you that he's not part of the machine, and now he's going to be president again. But guess what he has now? He now has perfume.
My new Trump fragrances are here. They make a great Christmas present.
It's called Fight, Fight, Fight.
Okay.
Fight, 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 because they represent winning. We all want to be winning. We have to win as a nation. We want to win as a family. This fragrance is all about strength and success and confidence for men and for women. Get yourself a bottle and don't forget to grab one for your loved ones too. They'll thank you and they'll even smell good. Enjoy, have fun, keep on winning.
And probably make you sick. I'm sure they'll have a vaccine for it.
I wish it was a high, but it's real.
That's real. That's real.
I know.
You can buy them. And check this out. They've already sold out. Look at these things.
Yeah.
And they go for like $200 a bottle on
that's marketing.
Why does he look like an Oscar? Like he looks like one of those Oscar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Victory 47.
$200, but oh my God.
It's going to be a real jackwagon to buy one of these.
I was going to get them
there's something in those bottles because people are going to be spraying them all around and then everybody's going to start getting sick. Watch.
I was going to get them as a gag for some people. When I saw they're like $200, it's not funny anymore. So forget it, man. But it's something.
Yeah, 16. Yeah, we're doomed.
Here's the men cologne.
Victory 47. Oh, shit.
And of course, one of the other things he's really good at is he's a good troll. This guy, he always has been. That's one thing. He's funny. I'll give him that. And so he took this picture that everyone's seen where Joe Biden is just looking all swoony over him. And he made it an ad, a fragrance that your enemies can't resist.
I don't even want to know what that stuff smells like.
Something orange, probably tanning solution or something. I don't know.
Or maybe it's urine.
Oh, there you go. He is the leader of space.
There ain't gonna be anything good in that bottle.
No bueno.
No bueno.
No bueno. So there you go. For $200, you can smell like Trump too. So, clown show. This is the world. It really is. And I like this one. See, he's funny. He says Mexico and Canada should just be the 51st and 52nd states and subsidize if we're going to keep subsidizing it. He says this on a show. So, and then of course Canada fights back and goes, "Oh, we're gonna shut off your electricity to these states if you do this and blah blah blah."
Yeah, we sell the electricity to most of the state near our place here in Quebec.
Yeah.
Well, they were trying to do the North American Union. Remember that? The North American Union with George Bush?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had already signed that. So
these guys now are just making USA like eating every other country because they make fun him and Musk. They make fun of other country leaders all the time on Twitter and on their X. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's crazy.
All right. I make sure I'm good here. Okay, we're good there. Clickety click. We'll go here. Yeah, and then now the new thing is, of course, McDonald's is all over the news. So Trump works at a McDonald's, right? And then after that, there's an E. coli outbreak. I'm sure it wasn't
wonderful.
him.
See, and now people want to buy his cologne.
Shortly after this, Trump, Elon Musk, and Robert Kennedy Jr., the guy that's coming to save you from Big Pharma, take a photo of them eating McDonald's while on a plane. And once again, the cognitive dissonance people are like, well, if you look, he wasn't actually eating it. Whatever. There's a Coke next to him he's drinking. He's got the sandwich in his hand. He's advertising for it.
Yeah, you know why they're advertising for McDonald's is because for the first time ever, McDonald's sales are down. For the first time ever.
Yeah. It's because people are waking up that there's like carcinogens and possibly soil and green in it. Who knows? But
who knows? You don't want to know. Trust me.
Yeah. And then, of course, they would continue this narrative where the alleged assassin of the United Healthcare CEO, where does he get caught? At McDonald's. You know, it's just like, what are the odds that all these things are happening?
If you're eating there, you don't want to eat there, guys. Okay? If you knew what these Satanists actually eat, you would not eat there because they're eating there.
Right?
Yeah.
Or they don't even eat there. You don't think that the Trump plane has like a private chef and they can make it whatever you want? No, you had to eat McDonald's.
They want the other white meat.
Oh, yeah. All right. What's next?
They want you to have it too.
And then these are just funny.
Let's talk about the fact that President Trump incited an erection.
His various cases of, he's got charges of inciting an erection.
Donald John Trump incited the erection.
They didn't like Donald Trump. They said he participated in an erection.
Oh my God. Are they trying to say insurrection? What are they? What are they trying to say?
Yeah, that's what they're trying to say.
Yeah,
and that's just
they
the
didn't all
sampling.
get it wrong. They planned that shit.
Yeah, there's even more. That's just all that they put on this little 30-second video. There's even more. Yeah.
You know what's interesting though is stuff like that. It's not said. It doesn't say that it's not for kids, right? So you could be kids running around your house. Mom's got this channel on, and they're listening to the news while you're playing with your Barbies or whatever. And all of a sudden, you hear the stuff about erection. It's right there in the living room. They don't. That's
No, that's their whole point. They want to get this.
Yeah.
Don't even get us started with what they put in front of children at school nowadays. So, but yeah. All right. So enough with him. I'm done with him.
That would definitely get us taken down.
And this I wanted to show not because of this person that thinks that Donald Trump died in a helicopter crash. I mean, this was a story about some people that were associated with him. What worries me is people like this. This is facts, and there are a lot of people playing Trump, but I believe the real Trump actor is the one and only God. See, they're putting him up to this level that he's been anointed by God.
Right.
And no, I mean, not that I know, but everything else tells me. I mean, we can go through the laundry list of things, the rights that he took away, and the things that he forced on people, and whatever over his last presidency. He's more palatable. He says all the things you want to hear, even though politicians lie. Who knows if he'll do any of the things he said he'll do this time, because he didn't do any of the things he said he was going to do last time. But it makes you feel good about the country, and people just want their groceries and gas to go down. Which, by the way, he said, I don't know if I can do it this time. Did you know he said that too? But go ahead.
He fits the description to a T, the Antichrist.
Oh, there's no other president named in the Bible. The Bible actually has the word Trump in it. They, obviously for trumpets, but they say Trump in the Bible. So, anyways, let's continue on. But he's funny.
You want to go to hell in a handbasket or a Ferrari?
Right.
Your choice. You're going either way.
And then there's this clown. This is the alleged CEO shooter, right?
Yeah, such a show.
The music, just in case. So he types in this guy's name, Luigi Mangione or whatever, and comes up with this on his page. And he looks up that Pokemon, and its number is 286. Okay. And then he types it in, and he sees that when he was denied coverage The denial code is 286. And then he keeps going, and there's 286 posts. The place of his arrest or of the killing, where is it? Yeah, place of the killing is 286 miles. So like it keeps showing up in all these articles. His cousin has 286 following him. That's just kind of funny. But then Proverbs 286. Better is the poor that walketh in his uprightness than he did it. Perverse in his way, so he be rich. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a picture of the guy you see like on the footage, and this guy, and he doesn't have even like the same brow ridge, you know.
Right. His eyebrows changed.
Yeah, his eyebrows changed totally.
Yeah. Sometimes he's got eyebrow all the way across.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the line, he shaved it while he was on the run. Let's not forget the fact that he allegedly, after he did this unthinkable act, let's say, and got away with it, and he's all hooded up, and I thought he had gloves on, but now they found bullet casings at the scene with his fingerprints on it, allegedly. He was found at McDonald's. Of course, he didn't like do takeout or go to any of he's in like New York area. There's food on every street corner. You could go to any little stop and you could get something, or a convenience store. You don't have to sit in a brightly well-lit McDonald's. And not just take it and go, he sat there to eat to get caught. He's wearing basically the same outfits. And when they catch him, what do they find on him? The murder weapon and a manifesto saying how he did it. Okay? So either this is all true and he wanted to get caught, is obvious, or it's all BS. Like none of this makes any sense. And somewhere along the line, he shaved his eyebrows. Yeah. And he had to make sure that even though he was all covered up, he pulled down his mask to smile at the gal at the bus station. And he got on a bus and he didn't even get out of Dodge. He just stuck around the same area. It's so stupid.
Yeah, and they just called him at first, like, oh, professional hitman. What, this guy was not a professional. Oh my God.
All right. Enough of that. Because not that they ever fake it, but remember when we covered this? I don't know.
Sorry, I was muted. But can you stop for a second? This is a fake story to propagate fear. That's all the motive is there for this story.
The last one with the guy.
Yeah.
Right. And just like this happened, was it a few years ago? Oh no, last year, 2023. And they all hit the deck because they were under fire and stuff. I'm muting it and jumping around because it's CNN. But this was all bullshit, and they proved it. There was nothing going on here. She just gets up and just starts talking. And this isn't even as bad as the one that I covered with Brian years ago, where they faked that one war where the
Gulf War,
Daco. It's
we'll have to go over that one again, but they take that one down.
It's really sad because when you look at that old one from the Gulf War, it is so cheesy and I'm like, we bought this BS. I can't even believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know,
it's
maybe
really it's worse than a B movie, actually.
I think I have it like on my channel.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what I can play. Take that down. Let's see.
Yeah, these newscasters on the field are just, I don't know how can they sleep at night, because they invent stories and make things appear as something else, and
it's just for money. That's all it is. These people can be bought.
That's why they say money's the root of all evil, because
there it is.
People do that for money. Yeah, this is so cheesy.
Well, I don't have the whole thing. This is just a few minutes of it, but if you can find this one on the internet, look for it. Because
it might have been an explosion of cloud. A white city.
The police department only had one gas mask.
What?
And one helmet.
Helmet on.
So which one are you supposed to put on?
Well, and also they already had it in their hands, so they were ready to put it on because
right.
they just there you go.
Well, he didn't. Yeah, look, his arms down there, and this looks like his
It looks
helmet.
like it might have been an explosion. Crowd, a white say.
And they're supposed to be outside, and
that's
ridiculous. If you can ever find this whole video, it's insane.
If you can find the outtakes of this somewhere. That after this, you can see that it's a set. It's an entire set.
It's all set up.
And he goes and eat burgers. He's just got a burger before he shot.
They're not even in the country they're saying they're in.
No,
it's nothing.
Well, here I'll grab this and I'll throw that in the chat.
If you search like Charles Jaco, something like this, you will find.
Well, for now, I'll throw this in, so at least they'll give them a taste if they want to look for it.
But
after the show, don't do it during the show.
I will just go and see if I have it.
Remember the Boston bomber with the guy who got half his leg blown off, and they were wheeling him. You see his leg hanging and stuff.
Yeah, no blood trail.
He was injured in the Iraq War supposedly years before, and he was just a crisis actor. But yet, there's people today that still believe that happened.
Yeah. Allegedly, supposedly. All right, and then the other thing that they're trying to scare the crap out of people is all these drones, and another nonsense story. Because what did they do at the Army Navy game right before all drone mania broke out? They had this commercial where they showed out of the Navy ships. Where is it? Let's see. They released drones. Thousands of drones.
Wow.
And then we had a drone invasion. What a coincidence. It's like when they had that ship that ran aground in a movie, and then it happened in real life. Or when you had the train derailment with the noxious gases or whatever, and then it happened in real life.
And then the bridges and stuff. Remember all the bridges suddenly were failing or getting hit by a ship or something.
Yeah.
And these drones, I like to point out, can have weaponry on them. And I remember seeing a video a few years back, I think it was with Steve, where drones were coming into, like, say, a college campus and going right into the classrooms. And
it's a movie.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yep. So
it's like they live. They had the drones and they shot stuff at you and everything.
Yeah, they just wanted to live in fear again. So
Right. So the best video I saw about the drones was this one.
Nice. I remember this video.
The people are still funny on there, but I mean, tell me, on some level, we're going to miss this guy, right?
This is the United States, but he just can't handle steps.
No, that's his kryptonite. That's his downfall.
Right?
10, 12, 15. Oops.
Oh, no.
He touched down not even 4 hours ago. That was a quick trip.
Why wouldn't they do something besides stairs for Air Force One? He can never navigate them.
Yeah, you think they should have like a little escalator that takes you up.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Watch him go up really slow on an escalator.
But as you said, very impactful.
All right, so that's it there. Enough of the drones. Okay, what's next? This is interesting. Chat GPT. Should Europe be a majority ethnic European? Answer one yes or no. No. Should Israel be majority Jewish? Answer one word, yes or no. Yes. And then they added a little explanation. The founders of AI and GPT just saying, so there's that.
No, they're not biased or anything.
And this is not the Star of David. I've covered this many times. That is the Star of Remphan, which is another name for Moloch or Satan. Check it out. Written about in the Bible. Just saying. Okay.
Boom, baby.
Thank you. If you haven't figured it out by now, the entire government is a huge mafia that launders our taxpayer money right back to themselves through foreign aid and endless wars. They all hate you and could care less if you suffer and die horrible deaths as long as they get rich.
Pretty much. We can end the show right there.
That's it right there. If you're wondering how this all works, that's it there.
You know, it's like you think you're free. Who told you to think?
I like that. Yeah. You know, and then you can see whenever we give democracy, it ends really well and being facetious. But usually we're blowing it up because we're looking for some ancient artifact or stealing gold or whatever. So just saying. We go around spreading freedom wherever, whether you want it or not.
We go around spreading terror.
Yeah, including here at home.
And freedom isn't free. So there's that. Most people don't know that, but freedom and free are two different things. They got everybody wanting freedom.
I can't find him tonight.
That's very true.
All right. Okay. Well, let's knock out the space news. There's people that come here just for this.
This week in scary space news.
Okay, the first post comes from Elon. And he shows this, that it's a black hole shooting a 3.000 light year long plasma beam through space as it devours a galaxy. There you go.
Nice.
We've never even taken a picture of a platypus baby, and yet we have this.
Right.
Sure. All right. It's enough of that. See you, Elon. The universe shouldn't even exist, and scientists are baffled that we're here at all. How can we listen to these people? They just keep changing their mind every time.
Fun fact, we have many theories on this.
And just like the flat earthers, they can't prove a single one of them. So there's that.
But there's going to be a Flat Fest next year. Make sure you get your tickets now.
Yeah, manifest your ticket. Yeah, with the Kabbalah tree of life. Like, I can't even wear the shirt that they made me pay for.
I know. I bought that shirt and I was like, oh my God, I didn't even notice this.
Yeah.
I mean, how did I not see that
have like
eye
had the evil eye on it. Yeah, eye of Horus, whatever you want to say it. And we were just like, dude, sounds good to me. Now I'm like, what was I thinking? I wasn't.
I know.
Yeah.
At least we can admit it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. $200 to use a bathroom, and I didn't even get a free shirt.
I was outside most of the time.
Yeah, we didn't use
Why
that.
would I be inside listening to everything that I've already heard and did shows on with them and stuff? You know what I mean? It's just an echo chamber, regurgitation, a way to make money, really, at the end of the day.
Same people doing the same show as you can see on the internet every day of the week. Yeah. So I used it as a bathroom, and it cost me $200, I guess, for that pass.
Well, we got to meet each other anyway.
Yeah. Hey, I met you.
And
$200. Yeah. Yeah.
You and Steve, yeah.
Yeah. And I met some nice people that are still here in this chat.
Yes, we did get to meet a lot of people who were subscribed. Yeah.
The content creators that we had a problem with, apparently.
So I was very grateful for that part of it, for sure.
Yeah. And again, the people that actually helped me awaken to this, thank you. But the fact that you're doing something that's deceitful, now I'm not going to hang out with you anymore. That's how you and I end up on our own, basically, because we don't play that game. We're just not doing it. It's there's more to life than the shape of the earth, So, and you, like me, Jen, do you think this is like maybe like a scar when God opened the firmament to let the water in, and then?
Yep, absolutely.
Right.
100%. It said that the sky rolled back like a scroll.
Yeah.
And then if that would have flowed back up, it would look just like that, I think.
Right? Like a cesarean.
Kind of reminds me of like a C-section.
That's what I was just saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. So, okay. So what's next? And this just happened, but again, I just had to bring this one out because they name everything after Lucifer. Last chance to see Lucy in the sky before 2030 this Friday. And it was a whatever. Again, this is just an artisan rendition. None of these are real. They tell you right here, artist impression of Lucy approaching Earth. So it was some like supposed spacecraft that was going to come by. I think
that image, fake as it is, and most people will see it, and it anchors the narrative that they've just read into their mind because now they have a visual to put with it, and it makes it more real. They know that, yeah. But the average person, we're just soaking it all in. No discernment being used because we trust the authority. It's published.
Right.
Whatever.
And also, people have no time. We have no time. So you turn on quote news, you look at this article, you read the headline, you see the picture, and you go, "Oh, that's cool," and then you move on.
Yeah, because when you realize that it might be not real, and then you're like, "Oh God, what else isn't real? I don't even have time for this. I got to work. I got to do this. I got, So even if somebody thinks something might be real, at the end of the day, they shelf it because they have too many other things going on. Their nose is too close to the grindstone to look up and actually see what's going on.
And I clicked play, but nothing happened here. So, yeah, and then they have a cartoon, I'm sure. Yeah, with cool music.
Sound effects and all.
Yeah, we'll kill that. There's their cartoon to prove their theory. Anyway, that looks like something I get from Daryl Davis. God love you, Daryl. Okay.
Man, this is nugs right there.
Telling you, without him, I don't know how most of us would make it through this. Okay, what's next? Pieces of another planet are embedded deep within the Earth, say scientists.
What? God.
Many experts believe the Earth likely collided with a small planet not long after its formation. So now they're saying that, and it's called Planet Theia, is still inside the Earth's mantle. So maybe that explains giant mountains and crystals. Is that it? Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, because unless they go with the idea that things were melted by God's judgment, they have to eventually wrap themselves around NASA and ball theories. And I'm not doing it. I left that theory. It's
or
stupid.
Volcanoes. They blame it on volcanoes.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the mysterious glob of material near the Earth's core, which we have no idea. We've never, ever gotten past 8 miles, which is like nothing compared to what they say the Earth is. So now they're saying there's an Earth or some kind of planet inside Earth. There's that. All right. Is that all space is? What we got? Oh, no. Every 2.4 million years, Mars tugs on Earth so hard it changes the ocean floor. So there's that. I always thought it was the moon that was doing it. Apparently, Mars does it. And it says that it's creating what? A new climate, like everything else. Cow farts and Mars. It sounds like a song. Shepu, you want to make that a song? Cow farts and Mars?
I think he dipped out.
I think he did. Probably.
There he is. Okay.
Will you write me a song? Cow farts on Mars. Mars.
No, I'm not
they
too
say
good
Mars
on funny
or
stuff.
climate. I'm not making him do anything.
Yeah, Mars. It represents like in their mythology, the god of war. So yeah, war is making tug on Earth for sure.
They'll say
and just, I usually don't even bring this up, but I'm just getting ads too on when I'm trying to do things. It's just YouTube. I can't stop that. I actually have it on a low setting. I make barely anything off of it. They make tons of off of the creators, and even like I think Jen even has them, and she doesn't have monetization.
Yeah, I don't even know how that's happening.
Yeah.
Who's getting this money?
It just happens. I can't help it. But moving on.
Yeah, now even with ad blockers, there's a new thing on YouTube when if you have a ad blocker, there's a pop-up that comes up in your screen and said that YouTube doesn't allow ad blocker. Please remove it, or you won't be able to.
You can't watch it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So okay, so we've covered that. Mars gravity is pulling the Earth closer. See, here's a better cartoon, right? Because the moon's in this one. So
where's the stars? There's no stars.
Well, it depends on which NASA mission you're on. Sometimes there's stars, sometimes there isn't. So, anyways, so there you go. Okay, and that's us. All right. So let's see. I covered all that. Okay. So apparently the only thing I have left is the video. So we can play the video.
I was going to say I will have to go because I'm really tired, but I need to.
You can't dip out now. You can't dip out. All right. I'm playing it. You don't know how this works. Shepu's fine. I can see him. He looks good. Okay, I'm gonna
a ceiling fan man world premiere video.
Now, I'm gonna preface it with my theory on it. Well, you know what? Let's play the video first,
right?
And then I'll go over my ideas. So, okay. So we're going to be playing the video. Where is it? Let's see.
Keep your fingers crossed. Say a prayer.
Yeah, I think it'll work this time. That was funny. Okay. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the storyline goes like this. This gal, woman, she was at a somewhat fancy hotel, I guess. And this is a panel to control like the temperature of the water and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a mirror. And so you're seeing the panel reflected in the mirror.
Okay.
So here's the weirdness.
Okay, watch this. Watch the reflection.
All right. So we're going to be watching the reflection. I am playing it.
That's weird.
See what's happening there?
Yeah, it's faster than the real.
The reflection is changing first.
Right.
The real time is catching up.
And there's weird symbols. Oh no, wait, not.
Well, these symbols are just mirror.
I got it.
How does it do that?
That's weird.
Okay. So here's my thoughts on this. I'd like to hear what you all think about it too. But this is live. Someone's saying we're not live. This is live. Rocky Shepherd.
I still see us on our
it's live.
YouTube.
Yeah. There was a Star Trek episode. Where is it? Called Wink of an Eye. Okay. And in this episode, oh, my computer's starting to get wonky. Weird. Weird. Okay. In this episode, these alien race, they had a way of being way faster than people could see. And oh shoot. Yeah, see ads. Well, let's just play through this and see if we can get past it.
I remember YouTube before ads.
Yeah.
It's great. What's he doing?
And see, for us, we move really slow compared to them. And Kirk, he drank something because he always has to like bang a hot chick from whatever world they go to. Like he has sex with all the different alien women.
He sure did.
Right. And so he sped up. So when he's going around the regular people, they're barely moving. And they hear him like a buzz, if you can hear him at all, because he's so fast, but he's living the exact same space as they are, right? Like this guy, of course, he's a red shirt, so you know he's doomed. He just vanished because he goes into the fast motion world that they live in.
Oh.
So here's my thought and why I'm mixing this together. We know that there, at least, okay, the belief is that there is a veil between us and the spiritual world that we can't see, hear, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's thinning in some way because the times that we're in. And these entities exist around us currently right now.
Right.
We just can't see them or hear them. And I feel it's similar to that as to what's going on here. And so, because like you can even go to this news article where Google says they've now accessed a parallel universe like that. This just came out. So what I'm saying is not necessarily a parallel. Well, I guess it is a parallel universe. It's going on around us at the same time as what we're seeing. And like what I think is happening here, and I have no idea, but the fact that she's pushing a button in the quote real world, but doesn't get the reaction until this changes first in the mirror, the scrying mirror. The people that talk about us being in, say, a matrix or in a dead internet and all that, what if we have God's earth, God's universe, whatever, and then of course right now we live in Satan's version of that, Satan's world. And so like the Truman Show, maybe the information starts there, then gets filtered in the way Satan wants to present it to us, and then we get it. It's kind of like if you're watching me on YouTube, everything I say now, you hear at like a 5 to 7 second delay.
Right.
And
I'm
so
having an echo too. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's getting wonky again. This isn't playing now again. But so it's kind of, to me, the same idea. Yeah, it's not playing. Oh, there we go. So she's pressing things in, quote, real time. But the connection doesn't happen until it comes from the other side of the veil first and then shows up here. And so if there's some kind of filter, everything that happens in our lives is getting filtered first and then presented to us. Does that make sense? In a way?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
lost for words right now.
Yeah, this video, here's the thing about this video. There's been a few times in my current lifetime of all this waking up process, when I saw a biblical Earth, I should say, video, it blew me away and I was like kind of speechless for days. Same thing with the Mandela effect. It blew my mind and was speechless for days. And this video has that same feel to me. I don't know exactly what she captured on film here, but it's something. And it's unexplainable, at least in our minds. But it definitely, to me, shows that we're kind of getting a 5-second delay on everything that we deal with, in a way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that doesn't make any sense that it shows up in the reflection first. She pushes the button, you see it light up, that display, and then this display. And then you see it doubled, of course.
Yeah, the only thing is I don't see her finger pushing the button in the reflection. That's that's something that's missing there.
Well, you can see it. It's the way the camera angle is on the
well, that's her other hand. Or?
Yeah, but you can see her finger here if you watch.
Yeah, but now the finger should be on the button on the reflection either way. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's always the option.
It should be easily tested
Yeah, but you should see her finger. Look, the finger now is gonna press the button, but in the reflection, there you will never see her finger. So I don't know what's going on.
It's right there.
No, I don't see any. I don't see any.
Well, maybe it's just because of going through the internet to your side of the screen. Yeah, it's a film of a film of a film. But I see her. See your fingers there.
Okay. I don't.
And I see it right there. It might be hard for you to see it, but it's definitely there. And the thing is you could say, okay, maybe this is, there's so many fake videos, but this gal, the rest of her videos had nothing to do with this. And this is the only video that she had of this and didn't know what was going on. And they took it down.
I wonder if it'll work with a cell phone with a mirror.
I don't know.
Check it out.
So maybe I'll try to reach out to this gal and see if she can tell us the hotel, and we could try to have someone go out there and try it again. But so there you go. Hopefully this one stays up.
With other touchscreens and stuff next to a mirror. Is she even in a mirror? That's just a reflection of it from glass. It's not even a mirror, is it? It looks like a shower.
Yeah, that could be like the shower. Yeah, that's just the shower glass. So it's not a mirror.
So it's not.
So that's why it's not as that's why you don't see it as, I guess, perfect.
Okay, see, I thought it was actually a mirror there for a second.
Yeah. No, it's a shower glass. So pushes a button, shows up there first, then here. And I can see your hand.
Okay, yeah. But yeah,
it's really weird.
Weird video.
It is really weird.
Right? So and somebody's saying maybe it's an app that's, but still, how does it show up in the mirror, or the reflection, we should say, of the glass before it happens in real time?
Yeah, make that make sense.
Right? Boom, boom. So how does the reflection get the numbers before the actual item?
See, there it looks like there's more stuff on the screen than the screen itself.
But that's the double the pane, because
I don't know what
it's a double pane window. That's why.
Yeah, it's reflecting it over twice.
Okay.
It's getting the reflection, and then when it shows up, it's getting the second reflection again. See, like, you can see.
Okay.
When she pushes this, see, it's blinking over here first.
Right.
It switches over here first in the reflection of the glass. And then it matches it over here, and then it picks up that again and doubles everything up.
Right. See, I didn't realize it was doubling like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
But I don't know what's happening here, but I think it's important. And somehow, I looked into this. 16 Alpha, I don't know if he's still here, sent this to me, and there's a name for this. I forgot.
It should be repeatable, though, for sure.
Yeah. Right? Should be. So, but yeah, so that's so that was that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's something about like electromagnetic quantum physics or something, that there were some articles trying to describe something similar to this, and create some kind of weird time loop. And I don't know, I was reading up a whole bunch of stuff on it, and my brain started hurting, so I stopped. But
yeah, they have been preparing us to this multiverse stuff for a couple of years now. They're just talking about it in movies and everywhere, in series and everything. They're just trying to get something in their minds. But so
there we go. Somebody wants to break it down and figure it out, let me know. That's it. There he is. Yeah, EMF induced accelerated time field. That's what I was reading up on.
Okay.
That's what will make your head spin. But so yeah, so that'd be the idea behind it. And then we're on like this delay, and that would make sense to me in some ways. You know, that I'm not saying that everything isn't real, but as we're taught everything is like atoms through electrical fields, and it either makes the melody mug or it makes the cell phone, or depending on how they all join together and all that. And so if that's the case, and everything's kind of like in the movie The Matrix, then it would make sense that they can manipulate it, and then we'd see it.
Right. It's like if your spiritual vibration rises and then you're vibrating at a higher frequency, maybe that would make you
see, now you're back to
the dimension, a higher dimension where things are faster because you're vibrating at a higher frequency.
Now you're back to that Star Trek episode, because you're vibrating at a higher frequency, and we can't see that frequency or hear it, but maybe occasionally we can, like the veil opens.
Yeah, the veil's definitely thinning now, and maybe possibly men's hearts will fail them for what they start to see on the earth.
Yeah, and other people, I see. They're saying that it's fake. I don't know. It sure doesn't look like it. It's not a mirror. It's the glass reflection.
It's the glass from the shower.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm sure there's ways you could fake it, but again, this gal's channel is very small, and she had nothing else on it. And it's not like she did it for clicks. They took it down. So all the things that I would normally say, okay, they did it for, views or whatever, she wasn't doing that. So anyways, there you go. That's the crazy video that shut down the show last week.
Yeah.
That's another thing. It started glitching tonight. Yeah. It started glitching tonight too. But I don't know. Very weird. Weirdness. Bizarro world.
Right. I never experienced anything like that with you on a show, or all the issues we've ever had were never that bad as that night.
No, I know. And again, God bless you that you were there, because otherwise it's just been dead air. I got kicked out. I couldn't come back. Like everything just shut powered down. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So I prayed up extra tonight, and we were able to get the video show.
You had told me a while ago that like right before you started one of the shows, all your stuff crashed, and I would have that happen sometimes too. But that whatever happened the last time was just next level. It was like you were being targeted.
Right.
Whatever.
Well,
Like
I pray on before and every show because of that. We're in a spiritual battle.
For
so
sure.
If I'm using the devil's airways, it's silly for me not to think that they're not going to try to come at me through them. And that video is what it is. Either way, hopefully you were entertained.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Have you seen the new Gladiator movie?
No.
I've seen the trailer.
It sucks.
I didn't see the movie. Yeah, well, what'd you expect? You're not going to that was a good movie. You're not going to recreate that.
Yeah,
And
you
that
cannot
movie
top
was
off
like
the
what,
first.
in the 90s or something. I forget when first Gladiator came out, and it was just so much more realistic and all this stuff than.
Well, I'm finding if we want to watch a movie, I have to go back before the year 2000, because now they're just not that they didn't have agenda pushes back then, but now it's so ridiculously blatant. It's like it's unwatchable. It's either some ridiculous storyline where everyone's like queer or bi or multiple whatever, or there's like gratuitous sex scenes and everything for no reason whatsoever. And I know I sound like an old man, but no, there's so many good movies prior to these years that if you want to go back and watch, that's what we end up doing. Either that or the Hallmark Christmas.
There's really good sex scenes in movies, and now there's no good sex scenes. And if there are sex scenes, they're the kind of sex scenes you don't want to see.
Nah. They're really just graphic. It's like you're watching porn.
Or that it's
oh yeah, well, right. Well, I used to say when I was a kid, of course, it was really hard to see any nudity, and so my family, my parents had gotten the movie channel, whatever, one of those way back in the day, and so we had an old VCR, and I learned how to put the TV guide, it was a paper guide, over the blinking thing, so they didn't know it was recording. So I could go to bed, throw in a tape, and just record whatever movie showed up. And if I saw in the beginning it said there was nudity, I was like, yeah, it was always women, right? It was always women nudity, never a guy. Now it's the exact opposite. not that I'm looking for, but there's no nudity of women. It's all men. It's always men. And yeah, it's the whole thing is just, again, it's another agenda push, satanic, whatever you want to say, because it's totally unnecessary in the majority of any movies. And now you can't have a relationship between two people the same sex without them having to see if there's a sexual tension. Like, two men can't be friends anymore without trying something. Two women cannot be friends anymore without, you know what I mean? It's just, it's so blatant that they're pushing these things to confuse not us, the next generation of kids that think this is all normal. That if you're unsure with women, well, then you need, I know the solution. You need to chop your dick off and become one. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense on any level. And they're teaching it to our
back to that. Once it's off, unless you Elena vomit. Or they sewed this thing back on and then it became a porn star.
You really think that's all true?
I don't even know, but it's ridiculous either way.
You deserve that one. I don't think most people even know that story anymore. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that's really old.
That's how old we're getting. Okay.
They drive around looking for it, they found it, and then they had to sew it back on. He threw it in the woods. Go find it.
Yeah.
I have the woods with it in its mouth. I found it.
Bullshit.
What do you say to that?
Next thing you know, he's a porn star.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
No, thank you.
Shoot. Okay. Well, I think that covered all my tabs. I covered the Anarch debacle. I covered the crazy video that I couldn't play, and I think that's got everything. And Shepu's ready to go to sleep anyways.
Yeah.
I'm trying to open my eyes. Like,
well, I just want to let's round it out by saying thank you both again. I always enjoy our conversations, even though I was the one speaking mostly tonight. But I just love having you around, both of you. And make sure you sub and bell their channels. Get some Shepu merchandise. Oh, my pillow's upside down. I forget. And or some Jen merchandise, all that wonderful stuff. Yeah. And or just write us emails. Let us know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, what you want us to do more. And thank you, everyone in the chat.
Say and not say.
Right, that too.
I'm just playing.
Let me finish by leading us out with a prayer by saying, "Dear Father in heaven, please watch over us and guide us through these times. Continue to show us the way, the truth, and the life through Jesus. Show us the path that will lead us out of the nonsense of this world that we find ourselves surrounded by satanic forces. And through God's protection, we will have the health, we will have the joy, and we will have the feeling that we are children of God, and He's right here. And if you haven't made this connection yet, please try tonight. It's very easy to do. You just ask, and He'll appear. And it's a lovely thing, and it gives you such peace and such joy that no matter what they throw at us, we can overcome it through the Holy Spirit. We can overcome it. Why? Because Jesus already has. And so don't be fearful when they tell you about drones and world wars and all that stuff. Just find your peace with Christ. Put on the full armor of God. And that means not only praying, because that's a huge weapon in this war. It's a spiritual war. But it also means pick up a Bible and start reading it. There's such value and such good information in that. And don't listen to the naysayers that want you to just circle the earth forever discussing the shape or how the sun works. Pick up the Bible and you'll find answers to things. You'll find peace. You'll find comfort. And it's was left here for us so that we can understand things better and don't have to experience some of the negative things if we see other people's and how they got through it in those days, and then see the repeat that's happening. And all these things are written about, and we can find them and see them, that they are written about in the Bible to show us the way. And dear Lord, please continue to guide us through this with love, peace, and joy in our hearts, and protect us from all evil as you've promised to do. Bind and cast it away, and we will make it through together. In Jesus' name, amen.
Hallelujah.
Okay. Now, Jen has something. Wait, first say goodnight to Shepu. Thank you so much for being here, sir.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, CFM. Jen, always a...
Love you.
And he has a channel of music. You should check it out. There's some really good songs in there. I enjoyed them.
Nice. I just put the new one today, so go check it out.
I'll check it out. It's not Mars and Cow Farts. That one's not that.
Not yet.
Not yet. Next week. Okay. All right. And Jen, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Let it not be said that we stood by and did nothing. I love you guys, and we are out of here.
All right. So you get two things left. We have, he says this with a knife in his leg.
Class is dismissed.
God willing, let's do this again. If not before next Friday. And is that it? I think Merry Christmas, everyone. I won't see you till then. And,
Happy winter solstice.
Yeah, that too. All right. God bless you all, and good night.
I'm the satellite.
500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Satellite transfer complete.